Hi everyone, welcome to another Newhotel webinar. With this time we teamed up with Beonprice to discuss how these challenging times can also be an opportunity for change and growth, starting right now in 2021. My name is Carla Batista, I belong to Newhotel Academy, and today we'll have with us Rita Rosa, CEO from Newhotel Portugal, and Guilherme Pérez, Sales Manager, and Julia Rey, Revenue Specialist from Beonprice. We will be covering how to take the most of your PMS and build a solid data strategy, what are the new challenges that hospitality is facing at the moment, and what actions can you take to implement and plan a solid strategy for 2021. Please don't forget to leave your questions on the Q&A box, and I hope you enjoy our webinar. Rita?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us in this special webinar. This will happen today. Thank you all for your time and the special attention. And this is it. We are on the road to recovery. And let's start to prepare the next step for this reopening. We just need to be ready to change our work practices and to recognize customer needs, and flexibility, I think, is the core right now. This is it. Road to Recovery Part 2. That's where we go today with you guys. Increasingly, hotels customers and more engaged online and expect simplicity and easy of use when they are searching and making a booking. Hotels need to ensure their user experience design to meet their requirements, not just for customers, but for their own hotel teams. Where is the data? The data, all guest data is stored here in our Newhotel PMS solutions and modules. All the guest preferences and consumptions and behaviors. All is here. We just need to connect the right modules to analyze data on real time to take the better decisions. Newhotel solutions on premises or our brand new cloud solutions, both have more than 400 connections with special integrations that are now available for all your requests. With the most complete PMS solutions, the hoteliers can go further to achieve their goals. And that's why we have this all-in-one solution, fully integrated, as we have now with the RMS of Beonprice. Big journeys begin with small steps. With this pandemic situation, we learn what it is giving small steps every day. It is important for hotels, sales, and marketing teams to recognize the importance of gathering data insights at different points of customer journey to be able to offer the right personalized customer experience to achieve the guest engagement. Data collection. It is not about recognizing the needs of each guest during their stay. Hotels should use this data to understand their needs before they arrive and after they are gone. With these insights at their disposal, hotels can make informed decisions on how to manage business operations. To embrace touchless strategy with contactless solution and mobile apps, this will help us to track more guest data, which is information that you can trust, inputted directly by the guests, that goes straight to the PMS. We have a few tools, very important, like our BI tool and rate shopper and a CRM module that can be very helpful today as the revenue management solutions connected in real time with your own PMS. Automatic data collection, we talk about this because all of this is stored inside the PMS. This will help us to improve in terms of guest service, find different ways to increase your hotel revenue, and even help you to reduce costs. Here are some examples of information that can be stored in our PMS, like nationality, residence, contacts, age, dates and times, channels used to find your hotel, all the information collected in the guest profile, all the requirements and preferences and behaviors, and we can and we should have the guest qualification. All of these, we have a few package of mobile solution that can help the interaction with our guests and much more in order to promote what we want, the guest engagement. All the information will be real-time connected in all our solutions of Newhotel. The industry needs to consider how they can innovate and involve loyalty to existing programs. This picture for me, it was important because I think we have here the important points that we should have a look. Hotels may want to consider moving from global and regional marketing to local initiatives and providing relevant propositions and experiences, initiatives to a focal on local. With this pandemic situation, I think we will discover that this can give us a lot of opportunities. Which many customers can travel as far in the current climate, they still would like the same experiences. They travel for, in the first place, they want to be aware that the loyalty members are loyal to several programs and platforms. And in this way, personalizing a guest stay, it's critical to make the difference. And to build loyalty and a relationship between the member and the hotel in order to promote the fidelization and the guest engagement with our brands. For the revenue and marketing teams in particular, this will bring about a positive change, I think. When departments can work together, aligned on common goals, they can accomplish much more. Instead of simply running promotions to fill needs, periods, marketeers can more acutely target travelers based on their needs, the right dates, the right lengths of stay, the right room types, and much more. Hoteliers can there compare the success of promotions to their competitors inside and outside of the market and the traditional concepts. Hoteliers can ensure are capturing a fair share of whatever demand might be coming into the market today, as well as preparing for demand spikes when they inevitably return. And today, revenue and marketing, sales and operations teams are working more closely than ever. And I think that's what we should continue to do, because we will achieve our goals with this operation, all integrated and connected in these hotel departments. I pass my word for my colleagues from Beonprice. Guillermo, un saludo.
Sorry, I disconnected my microphone as you were speaking. Sorry, I just realized. Well, thank you, first of all, for inviting us to join this webinar, Rita, and thank you to everyone who's joining us right now.
Thank you for being with us, Guillermo and Beonprice and Julia. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
We're going to talk right now about what challenges right now we're facing in hospitality. If we can go to the next slide, Carla. Okay. Right now, we would say there are three main challenges that we're facing, which the first one is uncertainty. The second one would be the market offer. Nowadays, the situation is really strange, and when we go now to something that looks similar to normality, we may find out that the competitors that we used to know may not open again, or we might find competitors that have been doing renovation in their hotels, or we may see new competitors that show up. And then about the market demand, right now nobody knows exactly how travelers will react and when. And we see one day in the news we have new reservations for the summer from the English market, or all of the sudden cancellations. So situation is still complicated, and we don't know exactly how it will be when we come back to normality. So Carla, let's see the next slide. Okay, so how can we face uncertainty? The first challenge we face is how to respond efficiently to a changing and unpredictable environment. Hotel companies must be able to respond of new methodologies in our revenue management that facilitate a rapid reaction will be really important. Next one. Okay, how your place within the market offer. Know your place within the market offer. You have to be sure that your competitors will be as creative as you are yourself. They also want to attract their share of market demand. So what we need to do is to keep an eye on them with an up-to-date competitive analysis that includes aspects beyond their pricing strategies, the strategies of our competitors, such expected quality or customer satisfaction, that will allow us to know the price each segment is willing to pay for the different products at any moment. And the third, next slide, we have to make the most of the inconsistent market demand. In this situation, our efforts must focus on increasing the market share, attracting customers from all segments, and providing an experience that encourages guest retention. That's really important. Customer satisfaction is determined by the customer's expectations of the product in terms of the quality and service offered. If the experience matches what the customer expects to receive and the price is in line with what the customer is willing to pay, they will consider the price to be fair. This approach will also reduce the customer acquisition cost and will make our reputation grow. Can we go to the next slide, Carla? Okay. What is price fairness that I just mentioned before? Price is considered to be fair when the quality of the service that you offer justifies the price that somebody is paying for it. considering alternative products on the market, what your competitors may be doing, okay? If we translate this into the hotel world, this means that we need to look at these three factors we have here. Objective quality of your hotel, online reputation as a direct reflection of the satisfaction of your own guests, and, sorry, the third one, competitors' rates crossed with quality, including here objective quality and online reputation. Let's see the next slide. Okay, this is what we call Hotel Quality Index, HQI. If we take these three factors and combine them into one single index that enables us to identify what a guest is willing to pay for the quality you offer, considering the alternative products on the market, we can match the guest expectation of quality with the price that they pay, so that we maximize the probability of the guest perceiving the price as fair. Beonprice Hotel Quality Index is able to include all this information into the algorithm of our RMS, together with a lot of other factors to forecast demand and recommend pricing strategies. Can we see the next slide? Okay, this is an image of how our revenue management is usually done in hotels without having an RMS. Here we can see an average of how is the time spent in the revenue management work in a hotel. 80% of our time is wasted somehow just by looking for the data. And we have our revenue managers going first to the PMS to collect the data about reservations. They usually put that on an Excel in order to be able of seeing and calculating the pickups. And then we go to a rate shopper, collect that information to see what our competitors are doing. If we work with groups, then we find that we have to check of the groups that we have, when is their release date, and so on and so on and so on. And all that time, the revenue is only collecting data. And where a revenue manager in a hotel really offers value is taking decisions, doing the strategy of the rates, not collecting data. And without an RMS, what happens is that the revenue manager only has availability of 10% of its time, of his or her time, to work on the strategy. So therefore, they do it only on the short term. If let's see how would be our revenue in the future. First of all, if we go to the next slide, we can see this first change, which would be when I work with an RMS, the first thing I notice is that 90% of my time I'm working on revenue, but because I'm already working on decisions, because I have already all the data collected and a prediction done. I have my forecast, I have my pickups calculated. I don't have to go to a whole bunch of different pages to find out the information I need to take decisions. I start working on the decisions right away. That means I can do a strategic revenue instead of an operational revenue, that I can work in the short, medium, and long-term revenue, and not only in the short-term revenue. Can we go to the next slide? So this is the changes that we have to do in order to give a step forward to the new world and face all those situations that we were talking at the beginning. In the old world, as I just said before, we had 90% of operational decisions and only 10% based strategic decisions. And in the new world that we're going and heading to, that has to change to be the opposite. We need to work at 90% of our time, and our decisions go to be strategic instead of what is being right now. Regarding demand, we are doing right now a monitoring of static demand. have dynamic demand monitoring. But we used to have the rate only as the main indicator. So we would always check just the rates of our competitors. And in the new world, what we have to do is that cross of information between price and quality. We all know a customer is willing to pay a little bit more for a hotel that they believe or expect to have a better quality or a better service. And in the old world, we used to work with Excel all the time. And in the new world, we believe we have to go to work with artificial intelligence helping us in SaaS-based systems. Okay, so if we go to the next 3 slides, it's a little bit how revenue will evolutionate or is evolutionating right now. This would be how we do our basic revenue management, or how basic revenue management is done. We work here with a simple rate structure using price levels and only a master rate, and the rest of the rates will be delivered from that single master rate. If we go to the next one, this image here shows us a little bit how an average revenue management would be done. We move here towards a mixed rate structure, increasing the number of master rates and reducing indexation, while moving towards to open pricing, leaving back a little bit what a fixed rate structure was. And the next step in our revenue management would be advanced revenue management. And here we rely our inventory management and segmentation to be able to be totally work with open rates structures and with as many master rates as possible. Okay, and when we get to this point is when we are able to come up to agile pricing, which is the next slide. This is agile pricing is what we really believe is what every hotel and every revenue manager has to be aiming to. And you can see easily here where is your situation and where you should be moving to. Okay, if we take a look on the vertical axle, in the basic revenue management, you work with price levels, as I was saying before, and we move from rates that may go up and from 10 to 10 euros or something like that. What that makes is that we may be losing the opportunity of selling rooms to people that will be willing to pay a little bit more. So it's we have to move to open prices. Okay, and in the horizontal axle, we can see how we move from a single master rate, only one rate where we do our revenue on, and then all having indexed rates, moving to all masters. What is agile pricing? Agile pricing is a working methodology in revenue management that allows us to evolve from a rigid pricing structure model to a more efficient and profitable flexible model. First of all, what we need to do is to diagnose and evaluate the level of maturity of our own pricing management through the definition of these two parameters I was explaining. Okay, the first one would be price freedom, and the second one, managed rates. So I think we have made it up to this point kind of clear what evolution we have to do to move to the future and which steps exactly to take to have a better revenue management and adapt to the new situations. Okay, but how can we do that regarding systems? So if we go to the next slide, this would be a little bit the connections within our systems ecosystem of systems in our hotel. When redefining revenue management strategies, You should always take into account the technology that you have at your disposal, as sometimes the possibility of creating your ideal pricing structure doesn't depend on your willing. It may be depending of the possibilities offered by your PMS, your channel manager, and so. So you have to make sure that both supports open pricing and multiple rates before you decide to evolve your structure to the new model I was talking about before, the agile pricing, or either considering making a change that will give you more possibilities in these matters, like we do with Newhotel. So system integrations, this is what we are seeing in the slide, are essential in the medium and long-term plans, and technology as technologies continues evolving constantly. So having systems that will not allow you to move forward to what is coming is a handicap right now for hotels. You have to, either if you're not prepared to go as fast as you would like to through all the steps that you have to take in order to come to agile pricing, is very important that as from the very first moment you start counting with systems that will allow you to do that way. Okay. Every day, more and more data is coming, as Rita was telling us before, and this data can be integrated into algorithms of RMSs, for example, and they will require more and more information that will allow you to continue moving forward and maximizing your RevPAR, which is what we all want. So I think I have finished. I don't know if you, Julia, want to say something that I might have forgotten.
Yeah, it's okay. Guillermo, I think everything is clear. The main idea here is that for recovery, you have to focus on how to evolve your strategy for a simple or basic revenue management to a more and more advanced strategy. And with your technology, you will be able to do that, right?
Okay, time for some key takeaways from both sides. Rita?
So I would like just to share a few top tips on a wrap-back of what we share with you. Regarding communication in marketing, we should take a look to domestic travelers, meeting and events for local companies. We might be able to build a strategy for small events for companies and for meetings. Focus on guest marketing, promotion and packages, and create loyal guests, and adapt and innovate with loyalty programs. We have made a few developments regarding this pandemic and all the evolution of this situation. We have a new tool of data analytics from Newhotel that can manage in a quickly way in a visual way all the information that we have from our guests in order to be able to establish the right strategy in order to design these promotional packages and special offers, and always looking for the guests' consumption and guest behavior in order to create loyalty programs. Regarding operational strategies, of course, safety and clean will be a competitive factor. We are leading with this at 1 year ago, so this is not new. We just need to be sure that we are leading with this on the best way to promote comfort and peace for the ones that will be with us in a comfort and safety way. Touchless strategies like our new mobile solutions of press check-in online and contactless payments with multifunctional kiosks are some solutions that we can offer in order to promote a better service and also the possibility of less interaction and comfort on the arrivals of the structures of hotels. Invest in training and preparing your staff. It's quite a bit important in this moment. It was already, but right now it's very important. We must focus on what is important on our days and the perception of the quality in between the services that we are offering and the moment that we are sharing the experience that we will deliver. And that is the key point. If we need to do quick COVID tests, we will do it. If this makes people more comfort and more safety in arriving of an hotel, and all the personalization of the guest stay, it's very important for us to invest in this digital guest experience. Of course, for those that this information, this kind of connection is important, because we will always have a few guests that won't use check-in mobile solutions because they don't want to use this, because they are not connected with these mobile trends and with this digital transformation. So this will be useful for some of them, but even if those that don't want to use this, we will need to figure out other options, like someone that will help in the arrival with a tablet, with a special equipment that will do the check-in in the name of the guest, and will make this as quickly and comfortable as we can without putting this effort on the client need to be connected or to be online or to do the things that should be done by hotels or operations when we are arriving in our hotel. So new ways of operating with food and beverage, restaurants and so on. We are discovering that we can deliver room service, breakfasts, with everything that is the option of that guest. So we will just deliver the things that he likes, the things that he wants to be in his table or in the balcony, and we can deliver a very good meal experience if we can customize. And we just need to be able to understand what is important for that guest and take the best possibility to deliver quality and a good service with all the safety and cleaning procedures that are in the top of line. I will send the RMS important tool to Guillermo, because I think this just can be on Beonprice site, because it is our special invitation. And this is it where we will end, because all the information is in the PMS, but the connection in between our platforms is the possibility to achieve other goals regarding agile pricing and RevPAR and strategy and so on. So I pass my word to Guillermo.
That's right. It's vital that we have the right information collected from the PMS in order to do the work in an RMS. But why is important to have an RMS as a tool in the hotels? First of all, in order to be able of monitoring dynamic demand, be able of access to multiple data sources, and be able of automatize our processes and have the data transformed into knowledge in order to make better decisions. Okay, and the last point would be it's good to focus our business strategy instead of doing all the time day by day operational work. Those are the 5 most important things, and that will help hotels with an RMS to move forward.
Thank you, Guillermo.
Okay. I don't know if Julia wants to add something, or we can just open chat box.
Yes, we can go straight to questions and answers, I think, and then I will help all our attendees if they have any question about how we can help them in Beonprice.
Okay. So if anyone has any question that want you to ask us, please leave it on the chat box. We'll have our Q&A moment right now. Any question about what you can do? Okay, we have one from Mary that says, what would be the main aspects to check before contracting a technology system?
I'll go on that on that one. What to check? Well, I would tell you really clear what you would need in an RMS, but actually it's really good for any other system. I would say first that most of the people always look on the rates, how much it's gonna cost me, and they're not doing bad. I mean, it's something really important, but it's not the only thing, and sometimes we miss some other points. I would say there are like four key factors we have to check. First of all, would be the functionalities that you're getting when you contract, and we on that aspect we shouldn't be amazed by little single things that any system can give us. We should focus on the really main and important things that we need. So first would be functionalities. Second, the integrations. As we were talking before, integrations are vital, and we need our systems to talk to each other to be able to maximize the information that we can get from every system and be able of working with that data. And then I think is the most forgotten aspect at all times, that when we contract any system of any kind, is the after-selling service that we're going to get. We focus on the rates and the main functionalities. We don't talk that much about integrations. It's something we have to check always, but also the after-selling service. Who, when, how we're gonna be attended when we have an issue, or we have a problem, or we need help with something. In Beonprice, in our case, when someone contracts our revenue management system, we offer the service on a specialized service of an account manager who is a revenue manager also, and will be attended at all time by the same person, which will know our customer, will help on the configuration of the tool, formation, and every time someone needs help from our company, it will be the same person, which is a specialized revenue management that will be helping. So those would be the 4 key points to check before contracting any system.
Okay, thank you, Guillermo. Rita, you have one here for you.
I just would like to add something.
Okay.
Regarding the Newhotel software integrations, and this one in particular with Beonprice, we have a strategy of starting this job when we have the demand of an interesting client with us regarding this. We made every time a shared presentation with Beonprice regarding the functionalities, the requests, and the goals of this project. And we have an onboarding week of working with our technical team and our technical specialists from Newhotel side with the connection to Beonprice technical department. And that specific relationship in between our teams, it's very important to follow the client needs, the doubts, and specific evaluation of some data analytics or reporting that don't make sense because something is not going well, or it's not that specific information, it's not well done. And we have specific and specialists in our Newhotel software team that are available to make this work with Beonprice team. And that's very important, because this is not a deliver of an integration that we don't care about or we don't involve ourselves. There is a lot of work, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of experience that we are here, and this makes sense because we want to share this with you and with the hospitality management sector.
Okay. The other question that we have here is for you, Rita, and says, how do you, it's from Madalena, and she's asking, how do you see the future? What will change?
I think we need to have a lot of optimism and also reflection. We need to return to a new reality and a new normality. Everyone has requirements, concerns, and we hotels must not only to adapt, but also concentrate on new features for marketing, promotions, loyalty, and specific strategies. Not only one effort, but a package of actions. An efficient market segmentation and a client profiling requires a sophisticated PMS database. That's why the PMS it's for me the most important piece of all this integration solution that might be able to integrate and communicate with each other. That is on the basis of this, but we need to have the technology tools to explore this data. And that's why we made a lot of investments, for example, in the development of CRM tools of by Newhotel, and also our data analytics solution, in order to help our clients to focus on analyzing the data, but in a very easy way, when they don't lose time in collecting data, but they have visual dashboards where they can have all the data integrated and interact with that data, and leading with this in a dynamic way, asking for special dates, special comparisons, special pickups, early birds, and all that information that is in the PMS data. Hotels should really drive their direct bookings by using the data to create a personalized experience, from booking right away to tailored offers to future trips. Because Cross-checking all this information allows us to identify trends and help us to see where your revenue and distribution strategy needs to be adjusting and healing. And this is the point. We need to make this effort, and this is a continuous work, and the guest preferences will be the focus. Shape your marketing, distribution strategy, and for more targeted promotion emails, family packages, social campaigns, which should have a positive impact on your rate conversion, and this will be adding revenue for hotels. Maintain straight communication in between customers, and remarketing strategies with mobile solutions to reduce contacts. I think that can be a good way for pre-check-in, check-out, digital menus. Invest in training your staff on focus on the quality of the service and the guest engagement, and not only on daily operations. That is back to the basics, what we have done before. It is very important, but we know it already. We need to pass through and to focus in the guest digital experience, and be flexible and ensure payment security also. That's why the payment gateways and so on, it's also a very important requirement of this digital transformation.
Okay, thank you, Rita. Does anyone else want to add something? If not, we have another question here. We have one more question. Example of open price versus non-open price.
I think I can answer this question. As we have been talking, Guillermo was talking about it during his presentation. Well, traditionally in revenue management, we have been working with price levels, which is the opposite of open pricing. That would be because of the softwares that we have been using that didn't allow us to working with open rates, right? In a strategy of non-open prices would be the one where you put some price levels, meaning, for example, let's make up an example, right? I start selling my double room on 80 euros, and then once I get a little bit of pickup, then I move to 90 euros, and then to 100 euros, and so on and so on. So I have kind of preset some pricing levels that are that are fixed. Okay, I can only sell on 80 or 90 or 100 because this is something I have pre-configured on my softwares, right? When we talk about open pricing or open rates, what we mean is we can put at any time the price that is the most accurate for the demand we have, which is the price that our customer is willing to pay and at every moment. Okay, so for example, if with the data that we have from the PMS, the pickups that we have, the data from the markets, and the knowledge we have about our segments and our customers, I know that the best price, the best selling price would be, I don't know, 83 or 84 euros. Then I have to put it. Then working on open pricing will allow us to put the best price that is for the market at any moment, right? So from Beonprice, what we do, we apply this agile pricing methodology that will help the hoteliers move from a basic revenue management structure where you are working in a simple way with these price levels to be more flexible and be more able to put the right price at every moment, so that the customers will perceive your price as fair and will have the trust on your hotels and your company and book with you and then come back the next time they want to travel, right? So that would be more or less the example.
Okay.
If I may add something,
Sure.
when we were seeing before what the agile pricing is, and answering again the first question that I was answering, when you look for an RMS, you have to take a look at that explanation I gave before about the agile pricing and contract something that will allow you to work whatever situation you have and will allow you also to move forward in your revenue management. And that's something to take into account. You can work with a system that will keep you static in the situation that you have when you contract it.
Okay, thank you all for your contributions. I'm not sure if anyone else has another question, please let us know which one it is. Otherwise, I think we can just finish the webinar. So thank you all for joining us today and for watching our webinar. Any question that you might have, and if you want to ask it, please send it by email to academy@newhotel.com. We will be sending the recording on the next days with a survey that we kindly ask you to fulfill and send it your feedback to us. And on the next days, we'll also be letting you know which will be the next Newhotel webinar. Rita, Julia, and Guillermo, thank you all for being with us.
Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Guillermo. Thank you, Julia, for being with us today. And thank you, everyone, for attending this webinar. And I am available for any questions. Email me, please, also, if you need. And we stay connected with Beonprice to give the best feedback to all of you. And if you want to share with us something, just email us, please. We will be connected and available to help you. And will be a pleasure for us.
Thank you, Carla and Rita, for inviting us, and also available for anyone who wants to ask anything about Beonprice.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a nice day, everyone. We stay in line.
So see you soon, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.